you so much for being part of this class. And in our today's lecture, we are going to be um, considering, so sorry. Okay. So now today's class, we want to look at, you know, Splunk. Okay, there is a tool we call Splunk. So we want to download Splunk and begin to use master how Splunk works. Okay, so the spelling today is called Splunk. S-P. Sorry, am I getting it correctly? Yes, Splunk. Okay, okay. So this is the tool. We want to have it on our machine, right? We want to download it and put it on our machine. So we said that Splunk is a powerful software platform used for searching, monitoring, and analyzing machine generated big data, and then Splunk is being used by um, Splunk is used by information security analysts. It is called a SIM tool. It's something we call a SIM tool. Sorry, um, it is called a SIM tool. SIM, t- SIM tool in cybersecurity. Let's talk of cyber security. I don't intend this video to be long, but I okay. So SIM tool in cybersecurity, tool security, uh, that I refer to as okay. So you can see a top industry platform include Microsoft Sentinel and then Splunk and IBM uh, QRadar. So Splunk is the one we want to introduce us to. So I really want you to understand the concept of Splunking. And then what does SIM tool means? What does SIM means? Rather, SIM means security. Um, sorry, uh, SIM, security information, security information and event management. That is what it simply means. Security information and event management. Okay, so okay. So the key functions of these tools are log collection, and then we have threat detection, and then we have instant alert, and then some other things that this particular software help us to do. Now, let me bring you to the process of downloading a Splunk in your computer. I already have it in my computer. However, I'm going to go, take you through the process. We have actually done this before, but I want you to also understand how this can be done. So, for that reason, I want to come to this place, and then I'm going to do Splunk download. Let me just write Splunk download, and then I'm going to click on. So the next thing that is going to come out is this particular website, Splunk.com, and then I'm going to click on free trials and download, right? So, and then when it opens, I'm going to allow it to start to open. That you want to, the next thing that you want to do, sorry, is to go for Splunk, Enterprise. Now, this one is the free version of Splunk. This is the free version of the first one we have here is the Splunk Cloud platform. This one you can actually start a free trial, and everything you are doing will be on the cloud on the internet space. But this one, Splunk Enterprise, it only stays in your computer environment. Okay, so and then we also have the one they call Splunk observability cloud and just of other softwares that they have here. So Splunk happens to be a very reputable um, software when it comes to data analysis and then log analysis rather. Okay, so what I want to do now is to click on start free trial. And the implication of this is that I am going to log in or maybe create an account. So this place now is asking me to log in. If I want to log in, I'm going to click on this environment and then it's going to log me in. However, if I want to create an account, I'm going to create an account and then be able to log in with it. So in this place, you want to put your official email information, and then you put your first name. This is very important. You put your first name, you put your last name, you put your job title, you put your phone number, you put the company, you put your country, you put the postal code, and then you agree, and then you submit. So this thing, there are when this is being done, you that is the only time when you can be able to download Splunk. Okay, when you download it, you install it on your computer system, and then it begins to function like that. But this is the process that you need to under. There is something you need to understand here. Okay, so let me go to my Splunk, and then I want to I want to cancel this, right? And let me So this is my Splunk. Okay, when I'm done downloading it, it's going to be on this system like this, and then I'm going to double click here. And once I double click it, it's going to load on my local computer, and then it's going to be asking me for my name. The reason for which I want to show you this is that it's going to ask you for your name, the username, and for the password. And if you did not take registry of what you did here, if you did not take registry of what you did here, your username, your email is very, very important. Your password is also very, very important. And this password, for you to accept it, it must have a capital letter, it must have a number, it must have a special character, and then it must be maybe up to eight or thereabout, or nine, or six, or something of that nature. Then the next one is your first name. Make sure that you know your first name. All these details, make sure you know them. And now postal code, Nigeria, your country, right? So you select Nigeria, anywhere it is here, and then you check for the place where you are, and then you check for the postal code. So currently I'm in Onisha, so I'm going to write Onisha postal code, and then I'm going to get any of the postal code. It's and then I'm going to paste it in this place, right? I'm going to paste it in this place, and then when I fill out this information, the first thing that is going to happen is that they're going to send you a mail to your email for you to verify. Okay, so you want to verify your email, you go to your email, verify, blah blah blah, and then you download. Make sure what you download is Splunk Enterprise, and when it's done downloading, you just click it, install it. Yes, 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 yes. Everything is installed, and then once it is installed, it is going to be on your window environment like this. You open it. Now in a situation with your window environment like this, what the next thing you may want is to come to your sorry, come to your menu here, and then you search for Splunk. Just you search for Splunk anywhere here, right? Search for Splunk Enterprise anywhere here, or maybe you just click on okay, you can just write Splunk Enterprise. Okay, so when you see it here, you're going to see it here, and when you see it in this place, you can just um, right click, and then you open file location, and then when you open a file location, you can now bring it to the desktop environment, right? So having done this, now I want to log in to this particular Splunk of mine. Okay, so I'm logging into Splunk now, and then it's opening its environment for me. Okay, sorry, I'm working on a setting solution here. That's the reason why. Okay, so my Splunk is open like this, right? My Splunk is open. Then I'm going to go through some stuff here. But um, before bringing us into some stuff that are here, okay, I think I should first of all introduce us to something. So this is what we call apps environment. We call this environment, the app manager or something of that nature. So all these things are referred to as apps. All these things are referred to as apps. This one is the search and reporting app. This one is audit trail. This one is the discover Splunk of observability. So there are plenty apps. You can find more apps when you click on this, depending on what you want to find. It's just like your phone that comes already with some that comes already with some sorry dear. I sincerely. It's like your mobile phone that comes with some app already, but also come with an app store or maybe a Play Store where you can download more apps depending on what you want to use it for. And then, so when we are done with app, we can go to then see quite a whole lot of stuff in this place. So um, now, remember that the responsibility of Splunk is to analyze data. And when we talk about analyzing data, maybe logs, let me use the right word, it is log. And now every system, every device, every computer, every digital device generates what we call logs. Every machine generates log. And in layman language, you may want to call it history. So every machine generates history, every machine generates all of this thing. And when you know and those history are basically the activities, our activities inside the machine. That is what we refer to as those logs. Okay, our activities in the machine, people's activity, those who want to come in, log out, what they did, and a whole lot of stuff, and the rest of that. So it is possible that a company is going to employ you, and the only responsibility you have is to read and analyze their logs. And this log, they are going to send it to you in a certain format. You upload it in this place and then you begin to read it. Some other ones you don't need to upload it, you just have to they use what they call a forwarder. Splunk also have what they call a forwarder. You just have to connect your account, and then at the interval of 1 hour, 2 3 hours or thereabouts every day, you are going to have what's it called, so sorry, you're going to have uh, the logs delivered to your system. Now, so we want to learn Splunking using the accurate, um, data. We want to use the data to learn this. Now, we have learned Wireshark before. So the work of Wireshark is to capture traffic, capture network, capture traffic, and the rest of those things, and then keep it for. So when Wireshark captures or any other tool capture the traffic, capture the network, and the rest of that, it is Splunk or the work of any security information and event management. Remember, we said that this tool is called a SIM tool, and SIM tool simply means security information and event management. So basically, this tool does three things. Number one, it gives us security information, and then it manages that security information, right? Security information and event. Okay, then it tells us the event that happened, and then it manages it for us. That is what this particular tool does. So this tool is very, very important. You can check for this online. So now I have a company that have already given us a data to read. Okay, so we are going to download that data now. When we download that data that the company have given us, the next thing we want to do is to upload it to this place and begin to read it. Now, this company happens to be an e-commerce website. It happens to be an e-commerce website that you know people go to buy some stuff and the rest of that in me. So we are going to learn how to use Splunk to analyze those who make purchases, those who cancel their orders, those who did these IP addresses and the rest of all those things. Okay, I hope you guys got what I'm trying to say. So the next thing we want to do now is to go back again to this particular um so sorry, go back again to Splunk Enterprise. I opened it somewhere here. Okay, I think I found it. So uh, at this junction, I must log in now. So when I must log in, I already have an account so that I can be able to what they call a tutorial data. Now, tutorial data is already generated machine data already generated to learn with. Okay, so I'm waiting for my network to balance so that I can be able to click on login. Very good. And then it's going to log me in. And as soon as that is being done, so sorry, as soon as that is being done, I'm going to, okay, you remember that when I was talking about downloading, I didn't emphasize more on logging in, but it is expedient that I log in now, and I'm saying this is for Windows. You can download this for Windows, you can download for Linux, and you can download um, you know, for Mac as well. Okay, so but I don't want to go into this deeply. So what I want to do here is resources. Let me go to resources. I didn't click on it. I only hovered on resources, and then this option came. So I want to click on documentation. So when I click on documentation, it is going to get me into an environment, and then this environment is to go to the uh, the search. I want to click on search. Okay, so click on the next one to click on is the the search tutorial rather. Yes, so I click on this and uh let's see. Now, so one of the functions of Splunk is for us to analyze logs. Companies generate logs, give to us, we analyze it, and then so sorry, we analyze it, and then we analyze it and tell them what happened in their system, what happened in their, who logged in, who tried to hack the account, who tried to do this, who tried to purchase this, who tried to do this other one, and the rest of those stuff, right? So what I want to do next is so basically this thing is a tutorial given to us on how we can be able to use Splunk, right? Splunk is educating us. So getting started is the first thing I want to click now. So let me click on get started. And when I click on, it's going to tell me how to install that uh, it's going to educate me on, right? So what I want to do now is to scroll down. And when I scroll down, I'm going to see where it is telling me that they have some data already generated. Now, remember, as cybersecurity guys, you're not supposed to do practices with original company data. I don't want to go to First Bank, UBA, and the rest of those banks, or maybe any supermarket, or asking them to give you their real data, because you collecting their real data is endangering their customer details, IP addresses, phone number, basically all the sensitive, identifiable personal information. So what they want to do now is Splunk have given us you know, a sample of how an e-commerce database can look. So that is what we have here. So what I want to do is to download this. So sorry. I'm sorry, okay. I attended to a message via my phone. That is fine. I don't know if I've downloaded these, right? Let me check if I've downloaded so that I'll not have to download twice. Okay, I have not downloaded. Some of the downloads here are videos I made for my student. Okay, so what I want to do is to don't know the right. Okay, so I'm going to download this one called the tutorial data. Okay, if you want to download this other one, you also download the one we downloaded is the tutorial data. Now, this is how companies are going to be giving you their data. Company, they might send it via emails, send it via Slack, send it via, or maybe anyhow they want to send it to you, but it must be confidential. It must be confidential format. Okay, and then the next thing you want to do is to go back to your Splunk, right? So we want to go back to our Splunk. And now having gotten a data, what you want to do now is to come to this setting option, click on the setting, and then we click on add data. So when we click on add on downloaded data, So, and we want to upload it. I don't mean this video to be too long, but I just want to give you a guide that you can follow and finish up your project and a whole lot of stuff. Okay, so what I want to do is, what data do you want to send to the Splunk platform? Follow guideline for onboarding popular data resources. So this one is basically, but the tool that we want to use here is this one, the upload tool. Okay, or get data into the following into in with the following method. So you want to use the upload or the monitor or the format, depending on what you want to do. But for us, you want to upload it, right? And then we click on upload. It's going to allow us to the privilege to upload the data sent to us by the company. Remember, this company is an e-commerce platform. This company is an e-commerce company that gave us their data for us to study the activities of their business. Then the next thing you want to do is to click on uh, select file, right? I want to click on select file. So this is the tutorial data that I just downloaded. I'm going to upload it here. And then it's telling me something. Preview is not supported for the archive file, but it can still be indexed. And so that, so sorry, this guy kept calling. Okay, so basically, what the system is telling us in this place is to say preview is not supported for the archive file, but it can still be indexed. That simply means it's saying that this kind of because we downloaded this and we did not unzip it. So because we did not unzip it, that's the reason why it's telling us this. So it's in zip format, but that doesn't mean it cannot be read. So that's what it's asking. So the next thing we want to do is to click on next, and when we click on next, we want to set some stuff here. So what you want, one of the things you want to do is maybe change this thing to your own name, because now it's calling my system name. So I want to write my own Mr. Newman, right? Um, that's what I want to write. For your own sake, you may want to write your name, or just leave everything. Be clicking next, 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 next. Clicking next, 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 next. So the next thing you want to do is to click on review, and then it's telling us the input type is uploaded file. File name is this other one, this other one. So all these things that we did. So uploading file now. Our file is being uploaded. So that is it. Now we can start to search, or maybe you can click on here, for example, a tutorial. So you can open this in a new tab if you want to, or rather you start to search. So when I click on start searching, it's not going to bring me to an environment that I'm going to see and be able to analyze what happened in and the rest, right? Okay, so we come into regular interface now, and then um, so you can see telling us the source of this particular event is this particular statistic data, and this I'm the one working. So that you can actually write the name of the company that gave us Splunk AI assistance for this. You can activate it if you want to use, and then and then now, okay. So this particular situation now, let me explain what we have here before we go into this. So this is event, right? Here we have what they call the uh, this here you have what they call the event. Trying to know if I can draw here. Okay, so here is event. Here is here is a time range, and then okay, let me scroll down. Here is the time. Here is the event, and then here you can shake for next, and then basically here are some fields. Here are some fields you can activate, and then here is visualization depending on what you are searching for, and basically a whole lot of other stuff. Okay, so at this junction now we are going to okay, trying to know how to remove the. Okay, back to my question. That's fine. Very good. Okay, and then very good. Okay, so we are going to take this thing one after the other. Number one is that having uploaded this data, it is saying that the data you uploaded have 109,864 events. Means history, the things that happen, concluded history, right? And then the next one is okay. So the totality of the effects we have here is, is 1,009. I'm sorry, 109,864 events. Now remember, we have not started to search for anything yet, but the totality of what the system generated within this day is what it is telling us. Within this day, it is what is it is telling us. So sorry, I was looking on the. So sorry. Okay, no issues there. Okay. Oh, no, no, what to do? Oh, okay. So sorry. Let me attend to this. Now coming back now to our. Let's go back to that place where we downloaded our Splunk, right? So that we can be able to learn how to use. Okay. So using their guide, right? So to scroll down, remember where I am is getting started. Then here is uploading the tutorial data which we have done. So but we are going to allow it to open and then we can be able to do some stuff. Okay, so what I want to do is so uploading the part two says uploading tutorial you have done. So this is about uploading the stuff like that. So basically here is a guide, perfect guide on what and what to do, what I want to do, what I want to do. That's basically what here is educating us about, right? So what is the tutorial data, blah, blah, blah. So using the Splunk Search app. So the next thing we want to do is to use the Splunk Search we have downloaded in Search app. This is the Search app, and then search summary view and the rest of that, right? So we are going to use this particular, you know, we're going to use this particular key to find some stuff, right? Okay. So the next thing we want to do is okay, searching. Let me go to part four. Searching the tutorial. It's going to sorry. It is going to ask us and tell us what to search for. Okay, and then we're going to be searching based on what it say we should search. So using the search assistant, using how you can use the search assistant to find data quickly from this particular. So the search assistant is a feature in search app that appears as you type your search criteria. So the first thing you want to do is to click on search in the app, and then we start to search. Now, one of the things that this particular company sell is what they call a buttercup. right? So when we type buttercup in the search, it's going to give us some response. When we type category, it will be giving us some kind of response as well. So the first thing I want to do now is to go back to my this thing. I remember what they say. We want to click on the search, right? And then when we click on the search, be able to, okay, so we can be able to search for a certain command. So let me click search for buttercup, okay, buttercup games. That is what we have. And then I'm going to click on enter, and then the system is going to bring out take some time to load some stuff and rest of that. And then let me check. It's telling me there is no event, there is nothing like that. So but our time is in 24 hours. So let's change it to all time and know if it's going to give us any response. So it is searching passing job, and then it still does not bring out any. Okay, so this junction now we now have some response, right? Now remember that this particular company, the name of the company is Buttercup Games.com, right? That is the name of the company. And just like Alibaba.com, Gigi.com, and the rest of them. So this one is backupgames.com. And then, so what it is now giving us is how many events that has buttercup in it. Somebody that came into this a popular website online. People are coming from different countries and the rest of that. So within the time within the time frame that that particular document log was captured, it might be a month. So sorry, we have one 450 rather events that has a cup written on them, right? That has buttercup written on them. Now, let's say for instance, MTN Nigeria want to scrutinize how many persons that bought data for 15 naira. Oh my god. Sorry. Okay, so we searched for Buttercup, right? Buttercup games, and then we found this particular environment, this number of events, right? So event has to do with all these things. So this is the first event page, second event page, third event page, fourth event, and the rest of that. So basically, have to download. You mustn't have to download what they say. You mustn't have to download. You also have to download the tutorial data so that you can be able to work with this. You can basically on your notepad create some document, write some stuff, put some dummy phone numbers and the rest of those things, and then you upload it. It can still work, right? So what we want to do in this situation is so this is a time range rather. 30 seconds ago, today, and a whole lot of all those things, real time and the rest of them. So you can just play around this particular time, so you can be able to filter based on what the result you want. So a company can tell you that, please, this is our log for the week, but we noticed that there is a malicious activity that happened just yesterday, but have all these log, and but you notice that there is a malicious activity that happened just yesterday. Please analyze, find out, and the rest. And in the process of you analyzing, one of the things you want to do is to search for. Now, this is a company. This is a company that sell an e-commerce company. So one of the things you may want to do is purchases. Okay, we want to search for purchase, any command that has to do with purchase that happened that time. So sometimes you can tell you zero, or you just have to wait for it to load very well, and then be able to bring out some response. Okay, so you can see successes, and now you are having 1,440 events. So in 10,000, we still counting anyway. So these all these things are purchase attempts. All these things are purchase attempts, right? So you want to decrypt, we want to begin to study this purchase attempt because we know that you know this is what this guy did, right? So I've jumped from teaching. I'm no longer using this. I'm going to come back again to it, right? Anyway, so I'm no longer using this, and because I know my way around it, and then that's the reason for which I just decided I was explaining something. The first thing we sought for was the water cup. We are supposed to go and explain category and the rest. So basically, this particular video, or rather this particular this thing explains how you can use this. However, let me come back to my purchase and then I'll revert back to this other thing. Having known that that particular activity happened, maybe somebody purchased a product. Somebody tried to purchase a product in the company several times and the rest of that. So now this is the event number one. This is the time it happened. This is the date it happened. This is the time it also happened. And now this is our own information, right? Then the next thing we want to do is to click on this event, right? So I want to click on this event. So if there's this event that I want to study, I'll click on it. Anyone I want to study, I'll click on it. So I'll click on this event. And when I click on it, it's going to open this particular stuff. And then I'm going to see field, I'm going to see value, and I'm also going to see actions in it, right? I'm going to see field, value, and actions in it. So at this particular time, next thing we want to do is to um, now begin to study the data inside of these things, all right? So you want to study, so it's telling you the action that this person took. So the first thing it's telling us is the host. The host is me because this is my machine, right? And then source is this particular stuff. Remember that you are the one studying this, so it is not the threat actor. It's not so the information is given to you is information that is particular about self. So we have the source type here. We have the so the source type is this other one. Now this is the action that we are studying and the action that that person took, right? So the action is the purchase action, and we may want to study further a bit, and then we click. Sorry, we want to click this place, and then it's going to tell you purchase action. The count is 17,000, and then some of these things here, top value by time, and the whole of other stuff we want to show you in this particular place. So visualization. So you can use the visualization. Okay, I'm going to revert back to the visualization later, but let me just go back to the event now. Let's go back to the event, right? Sorry. Search where- Okay, let me click the case. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh my God, I made a mistake. I've removed this. So I'm going to go back again and add it again. Oh my God. So let me click on add data, and then I'm going to go on. This video is getting too long. I think I'm going to cut it at this point and then be able to make another video again for then select file. Then I'm going to select this, upload it, next, then next again, and then it's uploaded. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here so that this video is not going to be too long. So in the next part of this video, I'm going to start to teach us how we can be able to just some quick sessions that we can do using the tutorial data. Thanks so much. I love you guys. Bye. Bye.